Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to just sort of give you my general thoughts on and impressions of the Riverdale Season 3 finale, Episode 22, Survive the Night. And yeah, been a while since I did a Riverdale video, and there's a reason for that. My interest did sort of dip with the show a little bit. It's always been a show I've, fairly openly enjoyed anyway. I really like Season 1. The show really caught me by surprise. Season 2 is a little bit padded out for me because of, almost double the episodes. And that same thing sort of happened in Season 3 a little bit. And for me, and it seems like a lot of people, the whole Griffins and Gargoyles story got a little bit kind of stretched out. Okay, let's just see who the king is, enough of these little swerves, let's get to that. And then the whole farm thing is starting to and it probably also has to do with the characters I really like too, because my favorite character is probably Veronica, and then FP, of course, Ski Ulrich. But yeah, I think Season 3 sort of went on the upswing a little bit, at least the last maybe quarter of the season, or 14, 15 and onward, somewhere in there. But yeah, Season 3 just went on Netflix a little while ago, so I caught up on the few episodes I didn't watch. And I enjoyed myself. It was a pretty crazy finale, pretty, I don't want to say action-packed, but pretty frantic and chaotic for a Riverdale episode. I did enjoy it. I like the whole premise of them being in the woods and sort of having to take on these personal, individual challenges together. I really thought there was pretty good acting for him between Camila Mendes and Lily Reinhart when Veronica ended up drinking, the last glass herself, even though it could have been poison and everything. That was pretty good. And I'm not a big fan of Betty either, so part of me wanted her to get shot by Penelope Blossom. I don't know. But we have Betty freaking out more about the farm with, Chad Michael Murray and stuff like that, getting inside her own head, seeing that dark Betty part of herself. They end up explaining that she has something in her head that causes her to be violent or, dark at times, and she's starting to realize she may have done something to her childhood cat. But apparently it's something that even her dad didn't have in his brain, which is kind of odd. So I'm guessing it's going to be explored more in Season 4, I guess. At least it's not as awkward as the little dark Betty thing was a couple seasons ago, because before that was a little cringy. As long as she doesn't stripping in front of a bunch of middle-aged men again, then maybe we might be on a better track. But yeah, then I'm talking about the finale right now. I'm talking about the last couple episodes in general, I guess. Archie's boxing match with Hiram, I thought was pretty good. Actually, it looks, I don't know if I should say choreographed, but you could feel hits from it. It's definitely a long time coming. Archie doing all this boxing stuff, it's kind of something we wanted to see happen, I guess. I do think they're dragging out the Hiram thing quite a bit, even though I kind of like Veronica's dynamic with him and her showing how selfless she is and sort of coming out of her family's shell and shadow, trying to be better, but also knowing how to play the game. I think it's been pretty good. But yeah, Hiram, he's finally arrested. FP arrested him. But then he has something coming for his Miha that she's not going to be ready for, I guess. So yeah, we're going to see more of Hiram in Season 4, but I think Mark Consuelos does a fine job. I just think they need to sort of condense these arcs a little bit more than not having be the focus for what it'll be 3 seasons now, counting Season 4 next year, so yeah. And then the sort of flash forward we got at the end of the episode, Betty, Veronica, and Archie are all standing around a fire, blood, they're mostly stripped, and we see Jughead's hat, and we tell them about this, we go our separate ways after our senior year, and that's it. So they're trying to make us think they killed Jughead. I don't think so. There's something else going on, some kind of elaborate scheme or some other big Riverdale swing, I don't know, but no, I don't think Cole Sprouse is dead, but it is a pretty crazy note to leave it off on, because we had the classic moment with them all sitting at the diner again with milkshakes and everything, and they sort of add that tone to it with a flash forward, and then cut it back to them all at the table together. Definitely kind of eerie. Cheryl also being manipulated by the farm bothered me a little bit, even though they're using like psychological, like hypnosis type stuff to make her think Jason was still alive. It turned out to be Chick and everything like that. It bugged me a little bit. But Cheryl, she starts to be a little bit more wary of it, but she's upset that she can't run for a certain thing in the school and everything, so it takes away from that. Then her eyes open a little bit more, thank God. And Betty eventually figures out about their whole organ, harvesting organ operation. And Cheryl is pretty good with a knife. I wish we would have gotten to see her take out some nurses or something, but she does throw down a little bit, so that was kind of exciting. Melanie Petch did a pretty good job there, and her and Tony do rekindle something that's good, because they become like the fan, like Shoni has become like the fan favorite couple on the show, Cheryl and Antoinette, almost even more so than like Jughead and Betty and Veronica and Archie now, I've noticed, which is good, which is fine. And I like how the Veronica and Archie thing ended up too. Veronica sort of ends up turning away Reggie, except getting back into good graces with him, but her heart ached for Archie too, and they do share a kiss in the season finale. I just think they need to stop swerving relationships, don't stop having a little back and forth. I know it's part of the whole teenage, drama mystery type show, setup, but we don't need characters to be with everyone. We don't need a ton of back and forth. Jughead and Betty have been together for a while, but I'm sure something will happen with that at some point. That would be really crazy if Veronica and Jughead get together at some point, because then, okay. I also really liked, it was quite a few episodes ago, it was when it was FP's birthday. I loved Jughead's speech to him, because I remember thinking in the first season their dynamic was the strongest in the entire show, and some of the scenes they shared together is the most well acted, especially from Skeet Ulrich's part. And Jughead's speech to his father, and how he's sort of saved himself, and his story of finding redemption and becoming a better father again, and the acting of that, it got me. We didn't really see much of Luke Perry at the end of the season, which was unfortunate, but as the showrunner explained, they had just like a couple episodes left to film when Luke Perry did unfortunately pass away. So they either could have rushed it and jammed it into the rest of the third season story, or take their time with it and figure out really how they want to handle it and what they want to do with it in the fourth season. It's gonna hit. So overall the finale is pretty good. The whole twist with Penelope kills Betty's father, the Black Hood, so at least that story's done with. Chick gets his ass kicked a little bit, so that's good. So overall, I think Season 3 did go on the upswing a little bit. I still think, I don't know if it's the weakest season of the show, probably. I think it's the most inconsistent. But I still do enjoy Riverdale. There's something about it that keeps me coming back. I do like some of the characters and the actors, so I'll keep watching. I'll probably do some videos on Season 4 when it starts up. Not sure how much, but I will keep watching. So let me guys thought about the third season of Riverdale overall, now that's done with, as well as the third season finale. And we also find out that the actual Chick is an FBI agent. So he's still alive, and there's that, along with Alice being informed this whole time, which is better, because she is coming off brain dead and frustrating throughout the whole season with the whole farm thing. So at least there's some sort of explanation, and she sprang Cheryl free at the end, so there's that. But we don't know where they are now. But follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.